Oh, hey everybody. Uh, Sorry for that, league of absence, to say the least. The SCP Foundation thought that I had pulled too many strings and taken too many quote-unquote liberties with what I was teaching you. Damn, they can hit hard in the jaw. Anyway, they completely pulled my funding. They gave me some amnestics and put me back into society. But apparently, they need more people to teach the up-and-comers, as the last outbreak from 682 led to the death of many of their lecturers. Meaning, I'm back. And I was given all my memories back as well. And I don't plan on leaving again anytime soon. Unless they get Dr. Bright to deliver another clean right hook to my jaw again. Anyway, let's see. Let me dust off my pile of lectures here and see which one is a good fit. How about a nice Keter to entertain us all today? SCP-469, otherwise known as the Many-Winged Angel. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Subject is to be kept in an airtight, soundproof containment chamber that is 50 feet by 50 feet by 50 feet until a viable termination method is available. All personnel who enter SCP-469's chamber, Class D only, must wear standard soundproofing anti-resonance or SPAR suits at all times while inside the chamber, and communicate only through written notes, hand gestures, or text messaging. Absolutely no one is to touch or even approach the subject with anything other than probing instruments. All equipment taken into SCP-469's containment chamber must make as little noise as possible or none at all. Cell phones are permitted for communication between personnel as long as they are muted. Absolutely no bells are to be rung anywhere near SCP-469, no less than 15.24 meters, including alarms and recordings of bells. Description: SCP-469 appears to be a gargantuan mound of large avian wings with white glossy feathers curled into a massive ball measuring 8.84 or 29 feet in diameter and weighing several tons. Each wing varies in size and span, ranging from simply a few centimeters to several meters, with the largest estimated to be at least 53 meters or 173.8 feet in length, and branch off one another in seamlessly random fractal-like arrays. X-rays have revealed the wings to possess long chains of small vertebrae like bones, as opposed to the few long bones in a typical avian wing, allowing each wing to have exceptional flexibility akin to a snake. These chains of bones can also lock together to form a more rigid structure to aid in flight or defense. At the center of the mass is a large humanoid creature approximately 6 meters or 19.6 feet in height, curled up into a fetal position, to which all the wings are attached at its spine. Further details regarding this humanoid are unknown, as the density of both the wings and its body make it difficult to study remotely. SCP-469 appears to, quote-unquote, feed exclusively on sound waves, using the energy gained from sound to grow newer and bigger wings and feathers, as well as repairing damaged ones. The louder the sound and/or the higher the frequency, the faster SCP-469 grows. Though it can be sustained by any sound, it seems to have a preference for rhythmic and/or musical noises. especially those produced by bells. See Incident Log 469-01. SCP-469 itself, however, seems to make no noise whatsoever due to the sound-absorbing structure of its plumage. Any human or animal that touches or gets too close to the surface of the creature will be quickly enveloped by the outstretching wings and drawn inside. Despite the feather's soft appearance, each barb has a sharp point that quickly pierces through clothing and into bare flesh, releasing a potent mix of stimulants that immediately activates the pain receptors in the victim's body, with additional stimulants keeping the victim from passing out too quickly. This is done to make the victim scream loudly, thus feeding SCP-469 even more until the victim either passes out or dies of blood loss and/or suffocation from being buried beneath newly grown wings. SCP-469 is responsible for the loss of 4 personnel this way. Touching SCP-469 with dead or non-living objects will not have the same effect, though it actively resists any attempt to physically penetrate its core body. All termination methods of SCP-469 have been unsuccessful. Flamethrowers were initially used, but the noise from the discharge, as well as the crackling of flames, gave SCP-469 the energy to grow faster than it could be destroyed. Cutting and slicing instruments, due to their close range, resulted in failure and the loss of 2 agents. Acid immersion is being suggested. Incident Log 469-01 on 2013, during an attempt to gather feather samples from SCP-469, researcher Waters' phone emitted the sound of a ringing bell. Researcher Waters later revealed that while she had set her phone on silent as per protocol, she had accidentally set her wake-up alarm for 7:30 p.m. instead of a.m. that day. This resulted in SCP-469 to immediately awaken, unfurl its numerous wings, and standing to its full height, with many smaller wings completely enveloping its humanoid body in a manner similar to full-plate armor. SCP-469's true face and skin were never observed, showed it to have what appeared to be single bright yellow light emitting from its face. The entity then proceeded to escape from the cell by tearing open the ceiling and crawling up into the upper floor, repeating this action until it gained access to the roof outside. Security fired upon SCP-469 as it tunneled its way up through the facility, though small arms fire proved unsuccessful in slowing the entity down, though it did result in large amounts of feathers being shed, injuring several personnel who unwittingly touched them. The incident resulted in at least 23 injured personnel, with 3 in critical condition. No deaths recorded. Once on the rooftop, SCP-469 raised its arms over its head, leapt into the air, and began flying straight up into the sky, initially reaching speeds of over 1,200 miles per hour, the resulting shockwave causing further damage to the facility rooftop as its wings propelled it into the air. With each flap of its wings, SCP-469 ascended higher and faster, but also shed more of its feathers with each burst of speed. Observations revealed that at the 3rd flap, SCP-469's ascension began to rapidly slow down due to the loss of its feathers. At the 5th flap, SCP-469 had lost approximately 50% of its feathers and proceeded to plummet back down to the ground, appearing to be desperately clawing up at the sky above while flapping its wings faster until finally crash landing in a nearby forest approximately 1.2 kilometers from where it started. SCP-469 was removed without resistance and placed in a temporary holding cell until its original containment chamber would be repaired and reinforced. During this time, as well as approximately 5 months after being recontained, SCP-46 returned to its previous fetal position and showed no signs of aggression or sudden movements, though researchers have claimed to have heard what sounded like muffled weeping coming from SCP-469. Makes you wonder about what it truly is, doesn't it? Perhaps a fallen angel of some kind? Perhaps a similar creature trying to get up where it would call heaven? Who knows? I don't get paid the big bucks to wonder, I get paid the big bucks to teach. And I've already done my job. You're all free to go now. See you next time.